right? Because what I'm doing as a massage therapist is affecting the soft tissue. Under my scope of practice in Virginia, my goal is to affect the soft tissue. I am not focused directly on affecting the spine. I'm certainly not making any spinal adjustments or anything else like that. My scope of practice is affecting the soft tissue. So based on that, I totally have a better understanding now of where you're coming from, Dr. Pete.
You just want to make sure that it's safe for everyone. And even so, looking at the x-rays will even tell me how I want to treat a person, use a certain technique.
All right. So now, is there anything else that I missed that we need to go over?
I've gotten to work with, one guy who's at the regional level, and, he is also my coach. And I think we've hit for those people to not be scared to go in and try CrossFit. I think you've got to go out and kind of feel out some of these gyms. You're going to find some really good ones. I've been lucky find two good ones, the two I've walked into, but there's been other ones I've dropped into where I've said I'll never go back.
Right.
So it's just a matter of kind of educating the public to realize that CrossFit isn't what they see like on TV at the regional level and at the games level. It's a big community of people, and with the right coaching and things like that, it's safe and effective for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you do have those people who it's not for, but you have that in every profession.
Oh, right. Absolutely.
So
you've made me a lot less intimidated by it today. So I may be tagging along next time.
Well, hey, you let me know when you're ready to tag along, Meg.
All right.
All right.
I love it.
If you find a coach that's in there and they're trying to work with you and they can correct things and even scale things down for you if they need to, those are the good gyms. But the ones that are like rah cheering and like, no, we need to do this, at the whatever weight and, things like that. Those are ones I would shy away from, because that's where you see a lot of the injuries come from.
Yeah. Like when I was doing research for this, I was looking up a couple of terms just so I would have, an idea. And one of the things that really scared me is they talked about jokingly, one of the terms that's used at some gyms or some boxes is Uncle Rhabdo. And I was like, don't joke about, and I always say it wrong, but rhabdomyolysis.
Rhabdomyolysis, yeah.
Thank you, myolosis. I always say it wrong, but basically that should not ever be a joke. That's like can get you into kidney failure. Like that's not funny.
Yeah,
push yourself to the point where your muscles are gonna be affected to that level. That's ridiculous.
Exactly.
All right. So now when you are not at your CrossFit box, we can find you at Chiropractic Family Health Centre, a Palmercare Clinic in Centreville.
That is correct. So my chiropractic care spans a whole bunch of things. I've been honored to take care of newborns as old as, a day or two old to, a 98-year-old man trying to not have a second knee replacement because the first one didn't go so well. And I've got everything in between there. I get to work with people who think chiropractic is just neck pain, back pain, and you kind of educate them a little bit. But I also have gotten the opportunity to work with people who have allergies, hypertension, irritable bowel syndrome, anxiety, depression. So I get to look at a bunch of different people throughout the day. I just enjoy taking care of patients in general. I don't think I really have a sweet spot of patient, but I just like to make sure all my patients are well taken care of. They're functioning properly, and they're enjoying whatever it is they like to do, whether it's CrossFit, whether it's yoga, whether it's run, cycle, or even just to be able to bend over and pick up their kids, to go out and play with their kids and enjoy the fresh air.
One of the things I'm most impressed with when you sent me your bio was that, your focus on improving nerve communication throughout the body, joint motion and coordination, physical function and performance. And to me, that's what it's all about. How can each of us, whether we are a child or 100 years old, how can we perform at our best with daily living activities and the things that bring us joy, right?
Exactly. And, a mentor of mine once told me this: there's an I in illness and a we in wellness. So it's not just going to the chiropractor for wellness. Chiropractic should be a part of that. Mm-hmm. But, should some massage therapy be incorporated? That's where you can look at them and determine, yes, hey, I think massage would be great for you, or no, I think massage is great for everybody, because one, it could be either therapeutic or relaxing.
Right. But, it's not for everyone, right? If someone is very touch averse, I'm not going to be a good fit for them. And then I'm going to have and that's why we all have these other resources and these other referrals that we can give. Again, depending on what someone has, I'm going to refer them over to you, or I'm going to refer them to a talk therapist, or you've got to, and that's why an intake and talking to someone ahead of time is so important. So important. Yeah.
And I think even for any athlete that's considering CrossFit, or even somebody at that high gains level, to have a good team of health professionals around. It's never just going to be your chiropractor. I think you need, a good chiropractor, good nutritionist. Mm-hmm. Probably even need a good physical therapist as well, because if you're recovering from injuries, like even something major, that's their bread and butter.
Right.
A good wellness coach, a good massage therapist, a good acupuncturist, whatever it is that works for them. Have a good team of individuals. It's not just one thing. Yes, I get adjusted by other doctors in my office, but, I'm also a client of yours, Meg. I got to make sure that I'm structurally sound and, the soft tissue is taken care of.
Right.
I see some acupuncturists here and there. I do a little cupping. I do cryotherapy. Sometimes I'll jump in the sensory deprivation tank. I know enough about nutrition, but I could probably add that into my repertoire if I really wanted to get serious about it. I'd probably look to get a nutrition coach. I supplement. Mm-hmm. These are all things I think that should be incorporated to anybody's daily wellness. And, people like you and me, we need to make sure we realize, and I don't think you and I have this problem, but realize that we're not working against each other, that we should work with each other to help everybody else to achieve what they want to achieve.
Absolutely. I don't think that you and I have this problem, but I think this is a huge problem at least within massage therapy. We are still in our infancy of learning how to work with other professions. And it's something that I will say this, that my local chapter for AMTA, Northern Virginia, is working really hard at making sure that we're all understanding, I've got in my back pocket, who's the expert for lymphatic drainage, who's going to be really great for someone immediately after surgery in terms of, massage therapy. And then again, looking beyond that, right? Connecting with our doctors and that sort of a thing as well. I think that that's something we can learn a lot from you and a portion of the chiropractors, especially in Virginia, is you guys are a little bit ahead of the curve on us in terms of connecting and making sure it's a wellness group and not just me and I'm a guru and I'm the end all be all, which drives me nuts.
Yeah, I can imagine. If I was the end all be all, my services would definitely be, through the roof, and I'd be flying on private jets. And even the same thing with chiropractic. We have multiple doctors in our office, but they all specialize in something different than, I do.
Yeah, because it's finding the experts within our field and outside of our field that we're going to
Exactly.
So for anyone that wants to learn more or wants to connect with you, what are the best ways for people to do that?
Well, one of the ways, you can Google search Palmercare. We have multiple clinics throughout Northern Virginia. Got them in, Sterling, Alexandria, Woodbridge, Centreville, Lovettsville, places like that. So you can find us there, so even for the listeners who can't make it out to Centreville to see me, we have other great doctors on our team located throughout the Northern Virginia area. You can connect on LinkedIn if we needed to.
Awesome. And I'll put I'll put the link to your clinic, the link to Palmercare clinics throughout Virginia, and then also to your LinkedIn. I'll put those in the show notes.
Awesome. Right. Fantastic.
All right. Well, Dr. Pete, I want to thank you so much for talking with me today about your unique view as a chiropractor when it comes to CrossFit and everything else that you shared with us today. It was a great conversation. As I just mentioned, I'll have all the links that we mentioned in the show today in the show notes, along with the best ways to connect with Dr. Pete. Again, Dr. Peter McGarry is a doctor of chiropractic who currently treats at the Chiropractic Family Health Centre, a Palmercare Clinic in Centreville. He's also a CrossFit athlete who trains at CrossFit PR Star. That's all for today. So as always, you can catch Nova Weekend Warriors on Wednesdays for a 15 to 20 minute conversation with the people that make Northern Virginia run, cycle, climb, lift, and swim. If you have any comments, questions, or topics you want to hear about, please visit me at massagetherapybymeg.com/podcast and leave me a message. Until my next episode, have a great week, have fun with your fitness goals, and enjoy each new challenge. Bye.